left you pretty like lights in the city. Girl, I want you back it up for Babbzy. One drop. Your waistline moving like evicted family. Back it up for Babbzy, girl, and one drop. Girl, drop, drop. Hey, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Yes, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Take it down to the ground, girl, drop, drop, drop. Take it drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Drop down your body, girl, drop, drop, drop. Take it drop down your body, stick it and twerk, wiggle and work. Let the bumper go down until it grazes in the dirt. 'Cause your body ain't stiff like you inside the mark. Walk up on Babbzy like she man getting horn.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Babbzy Boat here. New twist today because I got a Jamaican person. Since you all keep bullying me, saying I don't like Jamaicans, I got one in my house. He didn't even drink no Appleton. He wanted more gay. Okay, I don't use the word gay, but nothing, right? Sorry about that.
Fix up.
But this is SeniorGumboy. If you guys don't know him, he is. You have a long list of things that what you do.
Yes, you know, I make YouTube videos, IG videos, comedy, photography. You know, I dibble and dabble.
Fashion.
Yes, a little fashion thing here and there. So yeah.
I like your fashion stuff.
Thank you.
So we're here today because of this whole Soca versus dancehall debate that I am actually tired of, and I just did a rant about it saying I don't want to talk about it no more. But me and you were going to talk about it because I feel like people get it wrong when they hear us do our critiquing of music, and it's because of depending on where you live, you would probably see things totally different than the way we would see things. And because we live in Toronto, which is probably one of the more diverse cities in the world, we are exposed to everything. And I feel like people who might be living in Jamaica, who go to like a rum shop, the barber shop, the supermarket, and they just hear one radio station or two radio stations all day, they might not get the understanding of where I'm coming from. And then I travel so much, right? And I'm in fetes in every part of the world. So when I come and I do a review, people think I'm biased. So I want to ask you, what do you think about the state of dancehall right now as a Jamaican person living in Toronto? Tell me how you feel about dancehall.
For me right now, I feel like dancehall is kind of in a stagnant place, in a bit of a standstill. Because I feel we're once in that we're out of the jiggy jiggy era, right? Of dancing and thing, and now we're in this. It's just very stagnant, not really progressing to a new sound per se. It's just it's just little records here and there. I don't feel there's a big movement behind dancehall by many artists. It's just one artist doing his thing there, a next artist doing their thing there. There's no unity in a sense for the genre. So
like, how do you feel about dancehall the music, dancehall the location, and then dancehall shows in Toronto? Because I know that over the years, people might not understand, like, dancehall shows are not coming as often. Why do you think that's happening?
Well, one, there's always a bunch of visa issues.
I
find a lot with dancehall artists is there's visa issues, which kind of limits their travel, especially to Canada, because Canada, one of those places they're really sticky at the border, and any little excuse they're not trying to let you in. So Canada is not lax like that. Dancehall, as what are you saying, the music? Yeah, so the music, the venue dancehall, because dancehall is a music and dancehall is a venue, and I know that. Like what's going on in Jamaica where like wigs are getting ripped off and people are hitting their crutch with stone bricks. That's dancehall the location, which is then tainting the image of dancehall the music. And I think that's part of what is the struggle out here internationally. I could be wrong, but I feel that that's what it is, that people want to associate with dancehall the music, but dancehall the image because of the location. Dancehall is making things look bad. If you're not in the dancehall culture and you look at, you know, dancehall on the internet, like the location of it, you're like, what the hell is what kind of idiot something is? Like you're like, why is this man jumping off a speaker box, or why are they on a bicycle while trying to bubble, and why is he ripping off her wig like that? That looks like abuse, you know. honestly speaking, just if you're not in the dancehall culture and just looking at it like that, you're like, what is this?
Right.
What kind of idiot something is?
Right.
So you kind of have to understand the culture to get it, right?
But you're in Toronto dancehall. I know you're a Toronto dancehall man because I see you in Toronto dancehall events, and you like roll with like Tristan 5 Star, like you're with dancehall dudes, and you know. So how do you feel about Toronto dancehall?
I mean, Toronto dancehall, like Toronto dancehall artists, they're there, and I feel that the quality of Toronto dancehall music is up there, right? And it's just making the connection, I think, within Jamaica for these Toronto artists to really bust and get their tracks more internationally known, to get it out there, right? Because I feel people look at Jamaica as a hub for the music, right? So as a Toronto dancehall artist, I feel you have to get the music down there, and then it will travel to different places of the world.
And how do you feel about the Toronto dancehall, the venue? Toronto
dancehall venues, you know, they're cool. They're not as extreme as you would see in some of the parties in Jamaica, of course, right? But they're just chill.
I feel there's a lot more fights in Toronto dancehall than there is in Jamaica dancehall. Personally, from what I've seen, like when Gwe, she not ready, like you know, these are girls in a fight over a man. So why are you two fighting? Like, come on, like there's a lot of fights in Toronto dancehall, and like for me, like I would notice that they would get dressed, have the nicest hairstyle, nicest dress on, and then they're going to go beat somebody though. Like they're going to go war. Like it's died down over time.
Yeah.
But I think there's more fights in Toronto dancehall than Jamaican dancehall.
Yeah, probably because I feel maybe Toronto dancehall scene there's a bit of ego to it,
right?
Like where you have to show off more. Where
right.
Up here and you have to style on them,
right?
Dab, you know, all that, like which causes, you know, those problems. But I mean it's 50-50. I would think, you know, you go to a party. I wouldn't even say 50-50 because that's a high chance that you're gonna get beat up. I would say 50-50. I would say there's a 30% chance if you go to a Toronto dancehall event, there may be a fight.
So do you think that Soca could ever pass dancehall internationally?
Do I think? Oh, this is a good argument. Do I? Okay.
I'll tell you what I think after you say what you think. When he's a Jamaican person, just remember he's Jamaican, eh? Just remember.
Okay, I love dancehall. I love Jamaica. That is my culture. That's my people. I love dancehall. Dancehall is my everything. That is me. But I think Soca quite possibly could pass dancehall on an international scale, right? Because Soca music is more marketable. Soca events are more marketable. Plain as day.
So that is a Jamaican person stating that. I think that Soca, if it stays on the trajectory that it's on, and dancehall stays stagnant the way that it is, that Soca could pass dancehall. I think that if dancehall got its jigginess back, like the Elephant Man, Beanie Man, that kind of era, I think that things could be a lot better. The main problem with dancehall that I see that Soca's really capitalizing on is they don't have dancehall entertainers. So like an Alkaline, right? He can't entertain well. He has great songs, but he's not a great entertainer. Where, you know, in Soca, most of these guys, like a Lil Rick or, you know, a Machel or Edwin Yearwood, they're great entertainers. So they come with a better package. And for me, and I know you probably know it, like I said it on my last video, like to go downtown Toronto in the cold January, pay for parking, pay $8 for a Sprite. You know what I mean? Like drinks in the club are expensive. Like it has to be a certain caliber artist to get me to leave home in the cold to go and see them. And a lot of these artists just don't have that pulling in power that you want to go and spend 80 Canadian dollars to see them.
Yeah, I mean, usually when you go to a dance hall event, it's like a man, well, not usually, but sometimes it's like a dude sing a song, you know, I'm gonna do my thing, level, and then you'll sing a next song for like a half a minute, level, yo, turn up, mister, turn it, like, you know, and it's like, are you performing or
what's going on?
You know,
And then they hold the mic for the crowd a lot of the time too, and they'll be like, "Sing, sing, sing!" Right? And you're like, "Yo, no, you sing, motherfucker!" Like,
no, the thing I will say about soca fets, soca events, it's everyone in the crowd is pretty much on the same energy, feeding off
right.
Each other and the music and the vibe, and everybody in the party is having a good time, right?
Right.
I mean, parties in Jamaica have that same type of vibe, but you'll find more people standing around watching this person,
right.
you know, dagger a gal on a police car versus you got a soca fight and everyone's just, you know, waving the flag and having a good time. So to me, soca is a more marketable genre, and again, like you're saying, if the trajectory that it's going right now, it can get there and pass it.
So why do you think that whenever, as a Jamaican, because you would understand the culture in a different sense than someone like me, right? Why do you think whenever the topic dancehall comes up, there's so much animosity and anger when you try to highlight the issues that are going on in dancehall?
because we're Jamaican people and you can't tell them nothing, right?
So someone telling me to suck my mom, do they really want me to do that? Do they like me?
No, it's a friendly way of saying F off, I guess you could say.
Okay. But are they saying I'm right or are they saying I'm wrong?
No, they're saying you're definitely wrong. They're saying definitely wrong. They're not really.
Okay, let's try to decipher.
Yeah. But no, us Jamaicans, we're a special people, because there's doing one thing this way, and then there's doing it the Jamaican way.
Okay.
Right? And we can all, it's safe to say Jamaicans, you know, we take things on another level, higher level.
Right.
Right? With everything. So I guess when we're speaking about things, we're very passionate, and sometimes that passion can go to a very negative way, and it can be viewed negatively, and I feel that's where you'll get that rigidness and stiffness a lot of the times.
Do you think there's almost a denial type situation though sometimes? No, like seriously, like, because like Bajan people are not usually in denial. Well, with Bajan people, what they will do is they would be like, well, you can't talk about my child because your child last week did this and this. So they would deflect the conversation, but they wouldn't say what you're saying is wrong. They would have a message, an issue with the messenger. So the messenger is important to Bajan people. So you don't have the credentials to be talking about that, or you did this last week, so why are you talking about this week? Like they're more like that type of people. They don't deny the truth, but they would be like, you shouldn't be talking about the truth because you are just as bad. Do we deny? Do we deny? I think there's a denial. There's a slightly.
Not true.
Well, think about it. There's been campaigns, right? There's been campaigns going on. Okay, the women are getting murdered. This is not happening. Then Lisa Hannah's like, yeah, well, take Vybz Kartel off the radio. And people are like, me, I'll go kill your blood. Like, when, and it's like, oh, like, so we're going to openly threaten her after we just did a rally for the women's safety in Jamaica? Like, are we going to do that or are we not going to do that?
No, but you can't talk about Kartel.
But that's what I'm saying.
You can't talk.
I understand that.
She should have known you can't talk about Kartel. So that you can't, you know, there's certain things you don't do. You don't.
Okay, tell me what the things are, though, so I don't do them anymore. Today, we will stop.
All right. You don't say chicken curry. It's curry chicken. All right, for one. All right.
Do I say Lipton or Lipton? Because when I was in Mandeville, and I said we have Lipton. I was like, you have what? Lipton. I was like, who? Lipton. What else do you guys say? Flim.
Flim. Yeah.
All right.
Flim. Video me now. And talking about Kartel, it's just you just know, despite his wrongs or rights or whatever, but that is dancehall, right? And you're not only you're basically dissing the culture within that man, because that man is the culture in a sense, right? So once you're trying to, you know, shoe him, you can't do that.
So what do you think, suggestions wise, you have for dancehall to get back on track and be #1 out here again and be a $1 billion industry like hip hop?
Well, I mean, I feel for dancehall to really get back on track, it needs to have that unity within the artists. Get back that somewhat of a, I wouldn't, maybe family appeal.
Right.
Where everyone's, you're in the dance, everyone's doing the dance. We all know the dance. We're all having fun. Everyone is involved.
Right.
Get more inclusive, I guess you can say.
Right.
And just get your visa things sought out, because you're losing money. You're not spreading the culture. You're just making a 1-2 video for, in your neighborhood, and you're not really getting out there and seeing the world and expanding yourself as an artist and expanding your craft, right? Yeah, I think those are the two main things.
My advice would be to just voice on the rhythm. Don't get into politics of, well, I'm not gonna voice on this rhythm if this artist is on this rhythm because I'm not work with him. Like, voice on the rhythm. Somebody comes to you with a rhythm, like Andrew Blacks comes to you, voice on it. Don't ask who else is on it, and just voice on it. Like, get back to just making music and leave the politics part out. And the same thing you said about uniting, because it's like Bungie and Mashal are friends again. It's a decade-old feud, you know what I mean? Chinese Laundry and Ira George scrapped their beef, another decade. Like, so they're realizing that they need to come together to get into bigger places. So you need that. You're gonna need that.
Yeah. But my one look at defense for dancehall though.
Yeah, defend it.
Oh, okay.
Come defend it.
I'm gonna defend thing. What do you mean? I have to defend the thing. The one thing that I feel is dancehall's saving grace a little bit over soca is it's, I guess, the gift and the curse, right? Is its rawness.
Right.
Right? Because I feel with soca it's very like you guys can't really swear, so it's always on the same type of vibe of kind of happiness, right? Whereas dancehall, it kind of will speak to certain parts of your soul that soca can't,
right?
Because it's just that raw.
Understood.
Right? That realness in a sense, right?
Agreed.
So that's one thing that dancehall, it's gift and also its curse. That's its saving grace. That's y'all need to just keep precious and hone into and know when to put it out there and when to tone it back.
Well, and his gift too is that it's Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
Like soca is Trini, Bajan, Vincy, Lucian, all across the Caribbean, where like dancehall is Jamaican, and Jamaica's cool right now. You know what I'm saying? Usain Bolt, and you know what I'm saying. So like that coolness will always still have, in what was it, Mark for Death? It was a Rastaman name. Like those kinds of characters always made dancehall seem cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where soca doesn't seem cool in a sense. So dancehall will always beat out soca when it comes to certain things, because I always say that I'm like, you can't even really put them side by side, but lately they've been getting compared, and it's kind of like driving me crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean. For the most part, dancehall is more internationally known.
Yeah. But
soca's coming. Let me tell you this. I'm a dancehall man, right? And I've been a dancehall man. But soca is coming. So better watch out here.
Well, anybody want to shout out and big up on the video before we go?
Shout out yourself. Shout out to Babbzy, because I see you doing your thing, and I just want to congratulate you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
My
a long time we're supposed to link up. Ever link up again, man? We gotta kind of do some regular thing and just hang out.
I'm gonna crop over one of these days.
You ain't going crop over. You can't. You ain't gonna make it past Combremere, dog. Like as soon as you hit the road, and the Barbados sun is angry. Jamaican sun is a joke. Like Barbados sun is angry.
I'm a fat man,
No, but the sun is a different thing. People, leave a comment for SeniorGumboy. Let him know Bajan sun.
Tell look at SPF.
SPF
30 or something.
Tell them Bajan sun don't even. Them things been afraid. Like yo, bro. You know what? I'm gonna bring you one time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring you non-crop over time. And when you feel the sun, you will never go back to Barbados, yo.
I heard it's boring when it's not crop over time.
No, that's not true.
That's true?
No. It's not like Jamaica where every night something's going on no matter what time of year. But certain times of year it was kind of be like, okay, it's rainy season, nothing's happening. But yeah, it's not that bad.
Okay.
There's some places that are worse. We won't get into that today. Alright people, so you know how to find Gumboy. Links down below. I'm going to put everything for him there. He was the one shoveling the snow in the Clarks. That was on my fan page that y'all thought was so funny and cute. And you shared 386 times, I think, in the first hour. Oh. You got me some good stats, boy. I was going to bring it to my house and take your stat. Alright people, we gone. I'm going to catch you guys next time. Later in the week, Caribbean music review. I'm going to let you know what's going on. And hopefully Nicki Minaj answers Remy Ma by then. You understand? Bye.